Hey guys, welcome back here. So we're doing an experiment on my lower level account here, and it seems like the experiment is over before it got started. So what we did was they wanted to know on the official forums, and Pete was wondering if this still worked, was if a lower account can attack a higher level account that's an open base and still get a lot of medals and a lot of gold. So what I did was I went ahead and I removed all my towers and all my wave troops out of my base. And you can see I'm getting a lot of loot. 190,000 is a lot of loot, and the medals is 210, which is not too bad. I just cleared out my base, so it's not going to let me attack myself. And eventually I'll be able to get in there, unless someone else beats me to the punch. But before, when I actually had my towers on there and my troops in there, I was giving away 200 or 500 medals or so. So the medals dramatically went down based on me not having towers or units. So you'll see here we have nothing in the base whatsoever. Clearly just walk through, check out the scenery, enjoy the nice snowy trees. It's really peaceful over here. So we come to the big bad tower. We'll see how much our medals decrease after we beat this tower, or castle gate. Wow, the castle gate's able to kill my cannons in 2 shots. It's pretty impressive. It's a beastly tower. So after the gold boost, we got 243,000. Go ahead and get our Chamber of Fortune, the treasure chests. Got some nice loot there. We'll go ahead and see how much medals we're going to give now for the second attack. And no, I don't want the package. Let's see here. So second attack, same medals, 210 medals. So it looks like they made a standard medal of 210 for my base for a low level attacking a higher level. I'm going to go ahead and actually put some towers and put some wave troops in there. And we're going to see what that does to the base and the medals. Because most likely, most of the time, people don't take out their wave troops when you do make an open base. So we'll see if that has any effect. And it probably will. We'll just see how big of an effect that actually has. So I'm currently logging on to my other account right now while I'm attacking this account here on my iPad. I'm going to go ahead and start inputting wave units. Maybe a slight delay because once I log back on, I won't be able to attack myself for another, 3 or 4 minutes. So I'm not going to fill up all my waves. I'm just going to fill up the first couple and see what that does to the rating. So you can see the loot dramatically went down, like normal. Like I said, so give me a second and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back here. So what I did, and you can see a dramatic difference in the medals right there, is I put my troops back in the first 4 wave units. So this is still only 4 units of waves being filled. I have 8 units of waves that I could fill up at max level. And you see the medals, they jump dramatically up to 383 medals. So that's a pretty big jump in medals. The open base is still viable. So we'll go ahead and try an attack. It's going to take a few minutes to get in there. We'll see. We should be able to beat them. I mean, there's only a few units. It's nothing, spectacular, even though we are a low-level king. Like I said, I just got offline, so it's going to take a little while to actually get into and attack myself here. And typically, most players, when they have an open base, they don't remove their wave units because it takes a lot of effort and time to put the wave units in and out, so they're lazy and they just leave them in there, which it also actually works out to their advantage because when they get low enough in the trophy leaderboards, now people start dying to the wave units and they start scrolling on the waves. They start using the resurrection scroll, so they can actually win gems if they get low enough when they have a strong enough amount of troops. So as you can see, it does take a little bit of time before you can actually attack the opponent. So if you get disconnected, you do have like around 1 to 3 minutes or so to get back into the game before someone can actually attack you. You have a little shield right there where no one can touch you because it'll say you're currently online. So this would be almost a really good test to see exactly how long it takes for, the game to kick you off and to say, hey, he's not really online. Because pretty much as soon as I started this video, I was offline on my other game. So you can see, go back, a minute or two and see how long it took for us to search and try and get in to attack myself. So you notice the wave troops are now coming out like they typically would. I said we'll sit here and take it slow so they don't kill us. The hero is almost already dead, halfway there. So if I were to be reckless and rush recklessly, I would die. So this is the fourth and final wave that we have here in the castle. So now there should be a big long period of nothingness. Because there's 4 empty waves right now. You'll notice that the castle gate does a lot more damage and it can kill these knights in 2 shots now. The castle gate did get a big damage increase recently. And the HP on the castle gate also got an increase. As you can see, it's taking several knights to start pounding down on the castle gate. So we'll take a look at the medals here and see how many we get. See how much the next rate is. So we got 383 medals. We only stole 10 trophies because something weird with the system, and it doesn't let me steal a lot of trophies from a higher level player. So they changed that so you can't like trophy strip if you're really low in the leaderboards and go attack like the number 1, number 2 players, it looks like. So I don't recall how many trophies we got on the other times, but we'll go take a look now. So again, it's still 383 medals. So it doesn't look like they fixed the problem at all, because the open bases are typically going to have their wave troops in them, and this is an easy go around too. So if you have all your towers removed, just make sure you have wave troops in there, just a couple, and you'll still give out tons and tons of free medals to your friends, opponents. So yeah, so they have to rework this system where the open bases aren't able to actually give out medals and loot. So we are actually going to check out how much medals we would get if we put a tower in. So I'm going to go and now currently log on to the other account. And input a couple towers and see what it does to the medals. Hey. Alright, so you can see here we've added a firebolt tower and 2 blockades, and our medals jumped up to 411 now from around 382 or 388. So every time you add something, more defenses, the medals go up, and it appears every time you attack and successfully beat them, they don't decrease like they typically do if you're around the trophy range or the medal range for the person. It also appears that it's standard on only 10 trophies that we can get. So we're going to go ahead and try an attack now. Again, I'm going to have to wait a little while to get the attack since I just logged on to put the towers. So yeah, so definitely there needs to be some more improvement on the medals. The open bases are definitely still alive, still active, and still very, very easy to do and manipulate the system. You'll notice it is a lot harder though, since that blockade right there prevented me from killing the cannon and the mortar. But still, it's still going to be an easy win. But the difficulty is harder. So this will be the last experiment that we do. Hopefully Flare Games can figure this out and get this change tweaked quickly and efficiently so they can put the open base debacle behind them and us. And then we can roll into the new update and the story mode, possible new units, possible new towers, possible new hero gear. We can roll into that update, which would be a lot of fun, new content, rather than dealing with these issues and these problems. So I think we've done like 4 raids. We can go check and see how much it will give us and see if it decreased this time. And also I'm going to go show off how many medals we've actually won in this last like 10-minute span. So here we're in the Bronze League, in whatever 10-minute span we've gotten nearly 1,600 medals, which is pretty crazy. And you can see that's how these kind of league records have been established. Nearly 50,000 medals in one single day. That's like unheard of. That's if you're getting like 5,000 an hour, that's 10 hours straight of playtime. It's crazy. And you see the medals are exactly the same. So if I did want to play 10 hours straight, I could farm myself and win this league record by nonstop farming an open base that is higher level than me. So yeah, so that's where these crazy numbers are coming from, and the fix didn't work. It worked a little bit, but it didn't really work because people don't take out their waves most likely. So the point values, the metal values, are still going to be really high. If they take out everything, it's fairly small, 200. I mean, it's a good amount of metals that to spam, but nothing compared to these 400 and 300 and potentially 500 metal bases that people have. Alright, thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys can do something about this.